What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a very spicy video. I'm going to build my own Seiko mod watch. Yes, I have the parts that I need. I have the tools that I need. And yeah, I'm super excited about this. Now, I'm not sure how the lighting is going to be with this kind of style of video. This is my first time making this type of video. I have built a watch before, very long time, and I remember having a hard time doing the hands, which hopefully this time I won't struggle. But like I said, let's go over the parts real quick. So I do have a rose gold style, like a oyster perpetual style kind of bracelet here with a almost like resembles like a Datejust Rolex, right, with the Cyclops, and you have the fluted bezel. This is a 36 millimeter. I love 36 millimeter watches. They look good on my wrist, and I'm gonna stick with them. I do have a clear case back as well. Now, one thing that I'm missing is actually a proper tool to get this off. I do have this little, I guess, whatever you want to call this, like a ball looking thing, whatever. But I don't have the actual, like, you know, the tool to tighten that properly, which I don't think should be a problem. Maybe later on I'll get one, but for now it'll do. And I went with a basically a black dial with a rose gold. I guess I should just open this with the rose gold indices, and let me just open this up real quick. I do have the hands in the back as well. They're also rose gold, I believe. Yes, they are. I actually got two sets of hands. I didn't realize that this dial came with hands. So I got one spare hands in the background. Now this dial is, like I said, is black, and I think black and rose gold looks really, really well together. And this looks super nice and clean. I absolutely love this look. The light is not that great, but you can kind of see it's rose gold indices. So one thing I kind of noticed right off the bat is when I turn it, these are bent. They're not supposed to be bent. I don't know if you can see them. So these are supposed to be nice and straight, kind of like, basically like, well, they're all bent. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I'm gonna try to do my best to bend them back, but kind of unfortunate, to be honest. I was hoping it would be nice and smooth and straight, but I guess not. Well, that sucks, but I'll do my best to bend them back, but hopefully I don't break him. I only need one on each side, so I don't really need the other two. But let's see how that goes. I'm gonna set that to the side. And of course you have I have my NH35 Movement with a stem. I did get spare stems as well. Just in case, you know, if I break one or whatever happens, I always have a backup. I don't have a proper measuring tool to measure the stem length from the crown to the actual movement, but that's okay. I'll do my best to measure that close enough. But yeah, its basic movement is NH35 Movement from basically China. All these parts bought from AliExpress. Now, I think the actual what do you call it? The movements from, I believe it's Japanese, maybe. I'm not sure. It is 24 jewel. Okay, so I just ticking. I just wound it a little bit, and it's working fine. I want to make sure that it is properly working. So I'm gonna get this on my movement holder. I don't have the actual, like, the fancy one that people use on their videos, but okay, so I did set it on the holder, and I did rotate the the crown to make sure the date's working fine, and it does. So I'm gonna try to bend these what do you call it, stems back to original state without actually breaking them. If I break one, this video is pretty much over. So yeah, let me try to pause this real quick and then just kind of bend these back a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna basically just do a little voiceover here real quick. I don't want to make this video too long, But over here, I'm just basically test fitting everything. I'm double checking, triple checking, make sure everything lines up. I did bend the stems back into almost original position. Again, those stems are very fragile. You don't want to mess with them too much, because if they fall off, you pretty much have no well, you have nothing to hold your dial. So don't mess with them too much. You really need just a little bit of pressure to bend them back. I use my tweezers to bend them back, so not a big deal. But again, you want to make sure you triple check, double check, make sure everything lines up perfectly, and flush with the movement. I did end up shaving off the stems that I cut off. There was still a little bit of kind of like a bump, so to speak, on the back of the dial, so I shaved that off with a file that I had. And sometimes it does damage the dial a little bit, but again, it's back of the dial. Nobody will ever see that, so it's okay. But you want to actually, again, you want to make sure that it's nice and smooth, and there's no gaps and no bumps, because it make your dial uneven. Next part is basically me getting the hands on, and yeah, the hard part for me here was basically the minute and the second hands. And the reason the second hands was hard is because I don't have the loom. I don't have the loom, oh, not the loom, the loop. I don't have the eyepiece, so I had to do it basically by my own eye. And yeah, it was very frustrating, but I took my time. I did get the hour hands first, or obviously it's gonna be first, but I did get it on pretty easily, honestly. It was definitely the easiest one out there. And again, you just want to make sure that you are taking your time and just do it right. Make sure everything's clean, make sure nothing interferes with the hands, because if it does, it will make the hands skip time and all that stuff, so you don't want none of that, and eventually damaging the movement and stuff. So again, take your time and just do it right. The easiest way to do it is put the hands on the Rodico, which is, I have it up there on the upper left hand corner, or you can do what I just did and just kind of place it on with a tweezers and then line it up and then press it on. Either way works really great. I feel like the second hand you got to use Rodico, because it's just too fine to grab it with tweezers and make it straight. But yeah, I got it on there. And by the way, that movement holder that I have is not very good. Again, I got it off of AliExpress, and it's just, the movement just keeps popping off, and I had to like readjust throughout my video. But right now I'm just checking everything, make sure everything lines up, make sure nothing touches the hands. Again, you want to always make sure it's at 12 o'clock at midnight, right before or right after the date switches over. That's how I know it's midnight. And here I'm struggling to kind of grip the second hand, and so I did manage to put the second hands on eventually, and my camera actually got overheated, and not only that, it actually died on me, so I had to recharge my phone. So but yeah, let's cut into the next scene where I have my hands on and ready to go. Okay, so after struggling for some time, oh my god, this was terrible. Yeah, I got it on, and I honestly could not get it on, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, I was struggling, and the problem was that I don't have a loop to see, because there's like a little tiny little like I guess a little what do you call it? Can't think of a word right now. I guess like a shaft, like a small shaft that drives the second hands. But yeah, it's finally on there, and it actually clicked when I pushed it in. So again, I do apologize if I didn't show it on camera, but it was a struggle. Trust me, it was a struggle. And like I said, I don't have the loop, so it's even harder for me to see, because it's very tiny. But you can clearly see that it's on and it's working just fine. There's no issues with clearance or any of the hands. It's looking pretty straightforward. The hands are nice and straight. There's some dirt on the hands, some fingerprints I'm gonna clean up later in the video. But for now, this looks great. I'm super excited about this. I mean, this second hands was just the devil. That was the devil. The hour and the minute was not bad. And yeah, works nice and perfect. Okay, I'm gonna pull this out real quick, stop the watch. So now I have to do is I'm gonna clean up the dial real quick. I do have my dusty blower here. But I'm gonna move on to the case. Okay, so I did clean up the hands a little bit, and I actually accidentally touched the dial with the rubbing alcohol, and I guess that stains it, which is unfortunate because I mean you can't really see it unless it's on the light. And there's like a little spot down here, so yeah, bummer. Oh well, lesson learned. Don't use rubbing alcohol on a dial, otherwise it'll leave the spot. Man, that sucks. But hey, it is what it is. Learning lesson. But the dial is still working fine. The hand's still working fine. I'll move on to the actual case, and yeah. So the case is still in the original packaging, wrapping, or whatever. I'm gonna set this to the side. I don't want to drop it on here. And yeah, I chose rose gold. Again, I really like. I don't have a rose gold watch, and I always wanted one. And it kind of looks on this light, kind of looks like normal gold, but trust me, this is rose gold. It's kind of weird because, yeah, technically, this looks like just like normal gold, but I mean, I don't know. That's crazy. It does look. There's not even the slightest thing of pink on this. That's funny. But this is rose gold. I promise you. I don't know. I'll check it on the when I edit the video. But let me get this bracelet off, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, so I don't have the tool to get the links off here. I have the this little thing right here, but that's not really doing the job. So I'm just gonna unscrew the one of the links because I have to adjust it anyways. This is pretty straightforward part here. You unscrew the back, and there is a gasket here. As you can clearly see, and you take that out, and I do have some gasket greaser or lubricant. Actually, I'm gonna hold off until doing that until we actually ready for the for closing of the case. So yeah, next thing I'm gonna do is basically put the dial into the case. Now, actually the movement, I should say, not the dial. And I do have to turn over the dial, the movement, and because I need to remove the actual crown. Okay, so I got my movement upside down, and the button that they have to push is, man, it's really hard to see with the camera, but it's, let me push this in. Okay. All right. So when it's all the way in, okay, it's going to be this little button right here. It's not really a button, but it's a little indentation. You just push that down and you pull. So I'm gonna do that right now. And just like that, the crown came out, and then we can put the movement inside the case. So let's do that real quick. There you go, looking nice and pretty. This cushion, by the way, is garbage. Do not get one from AliExpress. It's trash. This is like $1 something, but it's very, very bad. Anyways, move these aside for a second. Don't need those anymore. Let's put this right here. This right here. And here we go. So now we can actually put the whole case in the top of the, or into the dial. And we gotta fit the crown, make sure it's nice and snug. I do have a cutting tool that I use. There's actually some smudges on here. Let me, you do wanna clean the inside of the case and the dial as well. I do have a lens pen, which just kind of looks like this. Oh, thrown in like this. So this one basically cleans your lens. You see the smudges and stuff on here, but do that real quick. So that looks good. Where's my cap? And then we're gonna do some final cleaning. Make sure it looks good. Okay, that looks good to me. So we're gonna basically slide this on top, and of course the Cyclops should be at 3 o'clock. And I'll flip it over, and here we go. So that should be pretty straightforward. We can slide in the crown and see if it fits nicely. Okay, so I got the crown on the stem, and we do have to trim it. So, or I have to trim it, and pretty much, obviously, I can't use this being like this. So, but this is how it looks so far. Looks really nice. I'm still kind of shocked that the color's kind of like, it's gold. It's not actual rose gold, but it's whatever. Now I don't have the actual tool to measure the distance between the crown and the actual case, I should say, or whatever this part's called. So I'm gonna have to eyeball it and kind of see where it goes. But yeah, let me figure it out real quick, and then I'll resume the video. Okay, so I got the crown nice and sized up, and you want it to have, at least from what I heard, you want to have enough play to where you can still push it in, and then you want to turn it without actually catching the thread, right? So you want to turn it freely when you wind the watch so it doesn't catch. And then when you're done, you just push it in, and then there you go. It's nice and flush with the case, which is perfect. So slowly but surely we're coming together. Okay, before I button everything up and kind of like size up everything, I do have to put on the Jesus, careful, the thread locker on here, on this crown, on the stem I should say, because I don't want it to, just in case it, you know, unscrews itself and come out of the stem. So this is just a basic, your Loctite thread locker, or a blue one. I only need a little dab on here, so I don't need a whole lot. So I'm gonna try to be careful not to spill anything. So it's of course not coming out. There it goes. I'm not trying to make a mess or anything. That was way too much. Let me wipe this up real quick. So as you clearly see, there's some Loctite on there, and that's probably way too much. But that's okay, I'm gonna clean it up after I screw it on. Again, it's just a precaution. You don't want, you know, the crown to unscrew itself and come loose. So I'm just gonna screw it on. I'm just gonna tightly get it on there. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. And I'm going to clean up the rest of the thread locker real quick, and we'll put it back into the movement. Okay, so I clean up the thread locker so that keeps it nice and safe in there. And of course, the final touch, we're gonna put in our crown in there. I mean our stem. Nice movement. And it's all the way in. And that's beautiful. Love the fitment. Looks nice and great. So I'm gonna size this up real quick on my wrist, and I'm gonna do a final, final reveal, I guess. I already greased up the gasket and get a case back. And like I said before, I don't have the tool to actually properly secure the case back to the watch, but I do have this this blue ball, and you just twist it, and that should be good enough for now. I will get a proper tool later on, but for now, this is just fine. And there you have it. So I'm gonna size this up real quick, and we'll see how it goes. I did take a couple off, but it was still too big. And we'll do a final reveal. So there you have it, guys. A nice, beautiful looking Seiko mod with the black dial and rose gold indices. You got a 36mm case with fluted bezel. It is, I believe, I'm not sure if it's sapphire crystal or not. I'm not 100% on that, don't quote me. It's a 20mm bracelet, kind of like an oyster perpetual style bracelet. You got a clear case back, and it's, I did say it was, I forget what I said in the beginning of the video, but this is a NH35 movement, not NH22, not NH36. I don't know why I said those. It is NH35 movement, and really, really nice little timepiece. I'm extremely happy with this. I'm extremely happy how it came out. Cool thing about this, this bracelet does have micro adjustable, I guess, links to where you can micro adjust a little bit to fit your needs. And let's do a little wrist test. I'm super excited to put this on my wrist, and been looking forward to this for quite a long time, actually. For the parts, it took about 2 weeks to get here, and everything else I had to put on, and everything I had to order. And yeah, there you have it, guys. A nice, beautiful looking little rose gold oyster mod, or Seiko mod. I absolutely love this dial. This looks absolutely amazing. I love the Cyclops. Everything just came up almost perfect. You can see the stain right there to like upper left by the 10 hour indice. Kind of unfortunate, which again I did not know. It's definitely a lesson learned, but hey, it's one of those things, right? You learn as you go. But yeah, I hope you guys like this kind of video, and you know, if you like this stuff, please consider subscribing, and you know, give me a thumbs up and like this video. Tell your friends. I really want to do more of these. I do have one more in mind that I want to do, and I'm just waiting for the right sale on AliExpress. Again, these parts take about 2 weeks to get here, so you do have to be patient. And now that I have all the tools, except one, I guess, the case back tool, I can start doing more of these. But yeah, I'm extremely happy with this. This looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to wear it outside to see it shine in the sun. But overall, I'm extremely happy how it came out. And this whole thing, I should mention this whole thing right here, just the parts, cost me $97 with shipping. And yeah, I mean, love this. I absolutely love this. And I kind of want to put these two together. You can clearly see that Baynar is a little bit bigger in terms of the dial. Well, I don't want to say dial. I don't know if dial is bigger, but maybe it is. But the overall watch, this is 39mm, this is 36, and I just love 36. To me, 36s are by far, for me, for my wrist, is better. And this cost me, again, about 30 bucks, about $27 ish. Again, this is total $97. I do have to assemble it myself, but I feel like the quality overall is a little bit better, like especially when it comes to bracelet. This does not have any micro adjustments. This is weird brushed whatever aluminum. The case here is very thick. This one is not so much. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm just extremely happy with this. This is awesome. I cannot wait to do more. I mean, honestly, I cannot wait to do more. This looks absolutely amazing. But anyways, that's all I got for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of style video, and I'm sure I made a lot of mistakes, and please do not roast me in the comments. Really appreciate it. But constructive criticism is welcome, but yeah, don't be too harsh on me. But yeah, I definitely want to do more of these. I already have an ideas floating in my head what I want to do for the dial and the bracelet. But that's all I got for the video. Thank you all for watching so much. Appreciate you all. And I catch you guys in the next one.